Let's face it, academic stress is real and burnout is even more real. But guess what? You don't have to live in survival mode. Today, I'm going to be sharing some practical tips on how you can deal with academic stress and avoid burnout, especially when you're juggling work, family, and studies. It can get really overwhelming and really challenging. So let's look at some quick tips that can help you avoid burnout and manage and cope through academic stress. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to recognize the signs and symptoms of burnout. Now, as mums, it sometimes feels like this is just a part of life. If you are constantly tired, or if you feel like your brain has permanently clocked out, you're probably heading towards burnout. So step one is recognize it before it gets worse. Make sure that you are keeping a log of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and being able to identify the signs of burnout are key. The second thing you're going to do is look at practical stress management tips. So do things like prioritize tasks. Use tools like Notion and your Google Calendar to help you to organize your deadlines and focus on things that are urgent, things that need to be done right now. So for example, if you know you've got an assignment due in 2 weeks' time, and you've got exams in 6 weeks' time, you're going to focus on the assignment first. Then you're going to make sure you're taking breaks. You are not a robot. You should be taking breaks where you are studying, and even more so if you're juggling family life and you're working also. You can work in 25-minute chunks with a 5-minute break. The Pomodoro technique is amazing for this, and recently I've been using just Pomodoro videos in YouTube. It's free, so you can use things like this to help you focus on certain times and set tasks. Also, say no. If it's a social event and you don't need to be there, say no, because it's more important to preserve your sanity than to make someone else feel good because you've turned up at a social event. I once tried to dictate an essay whilst cooking dinner and having my child in her high chair in the kitchen at the same time. Spoiler alert, it didn't work out well. The app wasn't dictating my assignment properly. Dinner was great, but the baby ended up screaming by the end of it. So multitasking is not always your best friend. Sometimes you have to realize that as much as we as mums think that we can do 10 things at once, physically and mentally, it's not good for us. So it's not always the answer. Focus on one thing at a time. You can also use AI to support. So if you need help to break down a task, you can go to apps like ChatGPT, Jenny AI, Claude AI, and ask it to create a study schedule or maybe to brainstorm some ideas for your assignment. Now, the study scheduling, I prefer to use Notion, but you can use ChatGPT for this. When it comes to asking for outlines for essays, I find Jenny AI really, really useful for this. This can take away the stress of having to sit there and go through the mundane task of trying to just start getting words onto paper. It's a known fact that stress happens, but burnout doesn't have to. Check out my digital templates, which will help look at your outlines for your essays and reflective practice. These digital templates will help you simplify your workload because it gives you specific pointers on what you should be focusing on in different elements of your assignment. And also tap into my tutoring service if you need that little bit extra personalized support. As always, take care of yourself. You are worth it, and you started this journey to achieve something, not to be stressed and burnt out all the time. And as usual, you are doing a great job. Keep up the hard work. Happy writing. I'll see you in the next video.